Welcome to Grounded, a game where I have been shrunk and I now live in a backyard surrounded with different insects. Anything from small cute ones to not so small cute ones. The goal of the game is to find a way out of the yard, which means you have to fight quite a few insects, as well as building a base, getting better gear and armor. And my name is Verticence and welcome to 100 Days of Grounded. After loading into the yard, I spawned in some sort of a scientist crate and I quickly got out of it and headed into the yard itself. And as you can see, we are extremely small to the things that is surrounding us. Look at him. Cute little guy. Like any survival game we have ever played, Rust, Minecraft, it don't matter. We all know the rules of survival games. Grab items. What's in here then? A little bit of chocolates. Little bit of knowledge. Let's learn a pebble, which gives me a spear and an axe. And this will give me fiber and rope and bandages. And this will give me spiky sprig trail marker, sprig fence, plant fiber. So all around the yard, there is research stations where you can research up to 3 items throughout the day. This is obviously used for learning better items and equipment to better yourself in the future. Move out my way, ants. I'm looting. I want all the loot. Damn. It's a nice day out here. Look at that. That's the sun, guys, if you're wondering. Let's click the button. Now, after clicking the button, lasers appeared and it seemed obvious that our goal was to repair them. Looks like the other 2 lasers are blocked. Alright then. Well, let's break down this. That was good. We gotta follow the lasers. Following the lasers led me to an area with dry grass and little lawn mites, which are really annoying creatures but very needed in the future. It then led me to a cable that they were chewing on, and it seemed like it was my goal to get rid of them to solve the power issue. Hey, might as well grab all this. I like items. That was a misclick. Give me a rock. How many rocks did I just get? 34. Not bad. And after dealing with the last lawn mite, I headed back to the button itself to see what clicking it would do. Clicking the funny button to see what the funny button do. Damn. We now know where we're going, but before we go there, we're gonna learn the plank. So, learn this. Gives me a bunch of building things, cool. And we learn the slime, which gives me a torch, and a weevil nose, which gives me a gas mask. I headed towards the crash we saw, and on the way there, I grabbed some mushrooms, being a decent food to survive on this early. And while I stand here and stare at this terrifying spider, make sure to check if you are subscribed down below and like the video if you are enjoying it so far. I also found a tree that had a bunch of acorns around it, which is a needed item to craft some decent armor soon. As well as tree sap, which is needed to craft bandages and other important items. Alright, let's see if we can learn something without death. Anything in here? Yes. Let's learn a weevil food for a weevil shield. And the acorn top, which gives me chest plate, face mask stuff. And this gives me sap catcher and other stuff. And we also find the bigger and scarier spider, being the wolf spider, and we'll be dealing with these guys as well, sadly. Can you imagine being smaller than a juice carton? I'm smaller than a raspberry poncho. I'm tiny. Let's, well, I know why I'm here, so let's get why we're here. First of all, we need this. Might as well need that too. But the real reason I'm here is because I need this. I climbed this spiky tree and grabbed all of the thistle needles, as they can be used to craft the spiky club that we researched earlier. Let's put those there and then craft ourselves 1 spiky sprig. which is my weapon of choice for early game. And then we might as well grab all the flower petals and some water. We'll need the flower petals later. So as long as there is no spider here, I will grab all of them. Yeet! Let's go get a few basic resources just so I can craft a few items later. Should be some stuff here too. Yeah. Let's grab you and you. And then we go up here and we learn some things. Let's learn the spiky and let's learn the lily pad for fin flops, daggers, slime lantern. And let's learn alg for decoy baits. And do we level up? No. We then found the crash we saw earlier and headed on inside of what looked like to be a sort of a lab, having a research table where I could research more items, some free tree sap, as well as some water. As well as this little robot that we did rescue, and after beating him around a little, we listened to his yap, which I mainly skipped. Yap 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 yap. You hell of a yapper. All he does is yap. Hey, I like free loot though. So hard to grab, I'm too short. Biometric scanner. What shall we scan? Boink. Retrieve a super chip for Burgle. Oh, locate the hedge ascent. What if I don't want to? What then? I did want to though. Around the backyard, there are hidden super chips we need to retrieve for Burgle, which is basically information he needs to be able to help me become big again. But before heading to the hedge, I grabbed some acorns and tree sap. I also built a few boxes on the top of the tree to store things for now, a workbench to craft new items, a bed that I could rest in, and a fire to cook some food in. We would need a bow and arrows when we get in the hedge, as there are specific resources we'll need there that's hard to grab without it. I then crafted an acorn face mask, and I can't make the chest plate until we get berry chunks, which we'll get really soon, but I did make some acorn leg plates as well as a clover poncho till further ado. It was then finally time to leave this area and head towards the hedge, and on my way there I found myself a larva. So many ugly larvas here. Oh, he angry. I did not parry anything he did to me. Stop. Where are you going? Get back here. And with the larvas being all dead and out of the picture, I continued on my journey, which is where I found these big uglies called the bombardier beetles. Go away, Mightfuss. Bruh, you are annoying. You're not helping. I can't step in that. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. This one's low. Now at this point, I didn't have good weapons, and I also wasn't very good at parrying, something we would have a lot of time to practice though. But if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's keep heading into the hedge. We then found ourselves in the hedge, and all we had to do was to actually get up there. Find the hedge lab. First, I must shoot down 200 berries. I missed. Welcome back from. Hey, free chocolate. I like chocolates. Larva blade, liquid rage, insect axe, jerky rack, insect hammer. Ooh, that gave me a lot of leveling. So annoying. I then flipped this switch, which started a little cutscene that would activate the scanner, meaning I can use it around the map to locate specific resources. And while continuing through the hedge, I shot down as many blueberries as I could find, as I need them for crafting really soon. I also broke down every spider nest I could find, because the spiderlings inside them can drop random animal drops, such as ladybug parts, stinkbug parts, and other parts from animals as well. And after making it to the lab in the hedge, I used the scanner, but it didn't work as I needed to find all the passwords. so we had to go explore the building for them. Okay, now we gotta go find the terminal password. Any keys in here? Stink bug. Yo, I'm learning stuff. What the fuck is wrong with you? No respect. Oh, first piece of the note right there. Can't go that way. One more piece of the notes. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Notes. Hey, we did it. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. And after finishing the hedge lab and finding the super chip, I jumped down, which is where I found this marble, and marbles are used for upgrading armor, basically giving it more protection and defense, and we need to find them all around the yard to upgrade our armor to become stronger. And before going home, I farmed as many blueprints that I could find that we shot down earlier, and on my way home, I also fought off some fireflies. What, am I gonna die to fireflies right now? Really? Also, flying mobs in this game, hardest ones to kill. Literally. The flying mobs in this game are so unbalanced. The next day, I started by heading down to the research station nearby so I could learn more items, as it is super important to learn new items within the game. Let me go learn some things. Berry chunk, berry leather. Boom, level up. What do we learn? Gill tube and ladybug parts. I need to repair my weapon because I have something in mind that I'm gonna go do. I need 2 twist needles and 1 sprig. Isn't there water down here? Oh, there's also a research bench. Firefly headlamp, gastro goo, and gas arrows. Oh, a lot of XP for that. Silk rope, dew collector, spider fang dagger, and insect bow. Good amount of XP from that too. Where you at, Burglar? Like, I'm gonna beat your ass. While down here, I also gave Burglar the super chip that we got from the hedge lab so he could slowly get his memory back. Burglar quests. Refill quests. Oh, we have 10k. We are rich. Let's buy this and this, and maybe this and this, I guess. Retrieve one of the last 3 super chips. So as you see here, now we can see the super chips all around. So there's a missing burglar chip, which we're not doing yet. First, they want me to do the super chips. There's one in the pond. There's one in this place. I won't tell you what that is. And there's one here, and I won't tell you what that is either. I don't actually remember exactly what those are. I know what one of them are. So after learning where the next super chips were, we needed to prepare to go get them. But all of those areas require different armors and other different things as well. And for now, I was busy taking down this ladybug anyways, so I could try to get better armor myself. Not there either. He's stunned and I have no stamina. Unlucky. No head there either. And not in the sus way you're thinking, John. I also found a quartz next to the tree, which is like the marble used for upgrading, but the quartz are used for upgrading weapons, giving them better attack damage and other things as well. So we'll have to farm these around the entire map, just like the marbles. That was not a perfect parry. It looked like a perfect parry to me. I also farmed a few more crystal needles to repair my weapon, as well as meeting one of the most annoying animals in the game, the mosquito. Give him a little smack. Go to sleep, buddy. I did not parry that. Didn't parry that either, apparently. Die. Die to bleed. Boom. And after beating him, we got a blood sack, which can be used for making good healing, as well as taking down another mosquito after him. And once I made it back home, I made a mosquito needle, which is good against certain animals, as well as it having lifesteal, which then will heal me when I give damage. And while being out exploring, looking for new resources, I ran into another ladybug, meaning we were decently close to making ladybug armor. I just don't agree. Once we get the insect one, it'll be better. But as of now, beating his ass in with this stupid twig club, it's definitely the best I can do. Oh, we got ahead. Nice. And the next weapon that I wanted to make was the red ant club, so what better place to be in than an ant hill? I headed over with my new mosquito sword with lifesteal and went absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna keep stabbing. There's too many to parry. I don't care to parry. Hey, because we have lifesteal, I'm kind of chilling. I can just keep stabbing. Because I have lifesteal, so they actually aren't hurting me. Or they are, but I'm just healing it back right away. So many today. I think we're good. About to die to ants. Alright, we're good for now. I want to say we're good for now. I also found another ladybug on my way home, which we dealt with easily, and all I needed to do was to learn some new items. And while I do that, make sure to comment down below what your favorite animal in Grounded is, as well as who you hate the most. Okay, while we wait, we can craft a red ant club now. Finally. Craft one red ant club, and we're just gonna destroy you. Let's just... need 2 more. You know what? We're doing it. You guys sleep. I am looting that and you're not waking up. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Better clothes. So, ladybug face mask, chest plates. We need 1 more of those. Craft and ladybug chin thing. Let's just make 5. There we go. Boom. We're now full ladybug armor. And we might as well. How many do I have? 15. We can probably double upgrade them, to be honest. Maybe we'll do the chest plates. Level 3. And while going to bed this night, I got a cutscene, and I will let you watch these throughout this video on your own without interruptions. There's about 4 of them, and feel free to skip forward if you'd like to, but they do give some good background story to the lore of the game.
Please don't move. And look straight ahead. I promise you won't feel a thing.
It's a go for molecular reduction. The spacer is primed.
Where you are going, all your worries will seem so small.
We try to kill the wolf spider. Is one of them. Just to see how bad we are. Killing a wolf spider is an easy way to realize whether or not I'm good at the game. Ow! No, I'm out of stamina. Right before it dies? Really? Bro, chill. Just die. Just die. There we go. Just to die. And I want more. Meaning you, buddy, are next. I'm out of stamina when he's stunned. That's unlucky. I didn't parry that one. That's important. Okay, now I'm just not parrying shit, I guess. Okay, what the hell? Oh, I'm always out of stamina when I parry or when they get stunned. We're good though. No, maybe not. Man, we started off strong, ended it bad. I then crafted a spider fang dagger from the wolf spider, which has very good speed, deals poison damage, and overall is a good weapon for certain animals. Now, most animals in the game has different weapons that do good damage against them, as well as elements which we'll get into in the near future, but having a bit of everything will be good for now. I also dug up a few grubs as I need their hide and resources to make medicals and other items as well. I crafted an insect hammer which is level 2 and can farm new resources and also being a decent weapon for some animals. So with my new hammer, I headed back into where we were on day 1 fixing the power so I could farm the quartz that we found in there. So we can go break this now, which will give me a bunch of quartz and some raw signs that I guess I didn't grab earlier. So marble, which is the purple one, is for armor upgrades. The pink one, which is the quartz side, is for weapons. So we need to get the insect axe and then we'll be fine. But that's why we're here. Now please tell me I have something good against bombardiers on me right now. Let's just try poison then. But you gotta go, Bites. Actually, let's use lifesteal. Okay. How about you stop doing that? How about you stop doing that too? Actually, let's give him a little bit of poison and then lifesteal. A little bit more poison and then some lifesteal. There you go. And that means we should have all the parts needed. Do I have everything needed? Minus the ladybug. Oh, I do need silk rope too. Oh, I need a spinning wheel. Damn. Okay. I guess we might as well get working on that though. Is that a spinning wheel? Yes. But that means we need clay, which means we actually got to go back out there. So early in the morning, I headed out to farm clay as I needed it to make this spinning wheel and will need it for plenty of other items as well. I also ran into another ladybug, which I needed badly to get the last ladybug head, but sadly we did not get it at this time. I found an orb weaver, so we dealt with that as well and analyzed a few more new items while we were here. Which gives me building stuff, a lot of building stuff, and this will give me human food. Oh, that is good because I am human. There's got to be a ladybug out here, no? Like, this is getting ridiculous. And once we were home, we started crafting silk rope so we could make many new items. We also found a ladybug, but yet again, we did not get the ladybug head that we deeply needed. And the next super chip I wanted to get is the one within the pond. So I needed to farm some items within it to be able to go into the depths. So we headed in to gather said items as we needed eelgrass, water boatman, as well as their resources. We had already farmed the lilyvax and stuff earlier, so we didn't need those right now. And with these new resources, I had to learn them so we could start using them to make new items. Let's learn this. That gives me a buoyant marker. And let's learn this, which gives you a bone dagger, bone trident. Cool. And we leveled up. And now we get stinger, spear, B. Cool. Okay, now we can craft eel tube, one fin flop, which means we can go deep underwater. Let me grab some food. That is the only food that I have apparently, so that's the food we eat. Next day, I headed into the pond with my flippers and diving mask ready to explore the depths of the pond. Do I get back in 30 seconds though? Because I don't... No, it's here. Yeah, we're good. We're okay. Just about. After getting inside for some air, we learned that we had to activate 3 different switches to move on, which had to be done within the waters itself. Activate that. There's more stuff down here. I know there is. I remember it. There we go. Grab it. Stop wasting time. We're gonna die again. Go away from me. Said go away from me. Ah, where am I going? This way? The only one that's green, so I assume so. Am I going down here? Make sure we don't miss anything like that. Hey, more chocolates. No loot here. There's footsteps. Big ass footsteps. Of course, I'm out of stamina. Okay, dealt with. Let's learn this, which gives me koi scale armor and a lot of XP. And this gives me nothing and a lot of XP. And this gives me nothing and a little XP. I want all of these. Hey, I missed one. Damn. Where is the easiest way out is the question now. Okay, let's go loot our 8 dead bodies. I didn't die 8 times, but I might have died once or twice. But with that being finished, we had beaten the pond and we're moving on. And right after leaving the pond, we found another ladybug, which yet again did not have the ladybug head that we needed. I then found another one, which also did not have it. I then greeted Burgle again and gave him the super chip from the pond, giving me some XP and him some more memory. Hey, we're rich. We can buy curved bases, food, torch upgrade, tablet foundation, I guess, and rapport. And it's now time for yet another cutscene.
Body mass readout is an acceptable range. The skin fold degradation is minimal.
Specimen vitals are stable and holding. Looks like we've done it.
Great job, everyone. Let's set up 3 more trials for replication.
Sorry to crash your party. The Defense Department has arrived early to discuss Project Orc. The director needs you to be present at the meeting.
Not sure what's worse, our director or a 3-hour meeting with the military.
The next day, I found myself back in the dry lanes looking for stink bugs as I needed them to make a gas mask. I see you. What are you weak to? Stabbing. Got you. Okay, can you go away? Give him a little bit of that. Just to have him, you know, lose some health. Yay, stink bug. Yay, stinky. Hey, fuck this. We can kill him. There we go. Boom. Next thing we're making is a 1 gas mask, red ant helmet, red ant arm, red ant knee. Then we can go all the way back to basically where we just were, but we're going on a longer journey now. By wearing the red ant armor, the red ant will no longer see me as a threat, meaning I can go in the depths of their ant hill and look for items that we will need. I am just a regular ant boy, just like you guys. The Red Ant Queen's favorite food, the juicy mushroom sandwich. Or I can give it something else. I'm gonna take that, and all of that. And the main reason that we were down here was to gather all of their eggs, as they can be used to making bombs, which we need to open doors. But the ants obviously aren't too fond of me stealing their literal kids. And with the eggs being gathered, I headed into the wastelands looking for animals there, as I need them as well to make the bombs. Can we regain stamina or what? Just die. You don't even have a health bar. Ooh, free bombardier too. Don't mind if I do. Oh, so now you're gonna attack. The second I start attacking, now you're attacking. And with all of these new resources, I headed back home and took down a ladybug on my wanders as well. I then learned the eggs and the fungal to learn some new blueprints. One of them being to craft myself some grenades, if I can find them anywhere. There we go. Craft. Boom. Okay. The last 6 eggs we are just going to trash. I might even upgrade it even more just because I can. Because, like, I'm low-key rich. We can probably just go, yeah, straight to level 5, which is 25% more. Might as well just upgrade it all to level 5. And my club, level 5. My needle, level 4. And with all of our armor pieces and our current weapon being level 5, we were in a really good spot. We'd upgrade them more later on, but we'll need stronger resources to do that. And the next goal was to head into the wastelands again, but this time to look for the next super chip, meaning we were looking for a specific entrance that was hidden out there. Why is there a mite holding the door? Slammed. Hey, I love free loot. Give me more free loot. Oh my god, I did not see him. Ow. That hurts. So much chocolates. Ooh, we even got some sturdy marble now. Wow. Cool. And we open the door. Alright, use something. Where? No stamina to finish him. Why is there 10,000 mites in here? Hey, free bombs. I like bombs. And after getting the super chip from the wastelands, I was back home making more berry leather and strings as we'll need a lot of it. I then made a plank pallet and a steam pallet as it was certainly time to start thinking about building a real house. I then started building a staircase up the tree, and the plan was to eventually have an entire house surrounding the tree, as it'll make it easy to travel to different parts of the yard when we get zip lines later on. But after building just the staircase, I quickly learned that building in this game is really expensive, so we had a lot of work up ahead. So because it's so expensive to build in the game, I decided that I would do a lot out of both clay and stone, as it's by far a more reasonable plot price to build with. I then started building a railing around the tree, so we would eventually be able to know where and what would go where. And we had a lot of farming up ahead for a lot of resources, such as acorns, stone, expand the bridge a little more wood, and then a whole lot of more expanding. And at last, one of our 4 corners of the tree was filled in, meaning we could start placing some items here. Nah, we'll leave it like that, I think. Upgrade you, and you, and you. There you go, because that gives it like, yeah, that makes it just like a little more cool. And it also gives me room to do this. Let's go to sleep. I then placed a few grinders on top of my boxes, which are used to grinding down resources to other resources, as well as some spinning wheels over here to make strings and other important items as well. A smoothie station to make drinks with buffs like extra damage and healing. I then farmed more acorns as I need them for a lot of recipes, and stone as well. I also dealt with the wolf spider for more resources there too.
Oh, didn't parry. I didn't parry that? Huh? Okay, I'm just not parrying. I've been building for too long. Die. I spent too long in the sun building, so I forgot how to parry.
I then crafted 15 Fuss on the Rocks as they give more max health and good healing as well. And it was then time to go to bed, and we got ourselves another cutscene.
Director, Schmector, these specimens are the breakthrough we've been looking for, just like you predicted. We're close to eliminating the raising problem. Our team was up all night recalibrating the spacer.
I see. Of course, my hypothesis was correct. I hope all of you remember this moment the next time you question my methods. Now then, what progress has been made on Covalent space expansion? How did Dr. Wendell Tully, a lifetime failure, pest the brightest minds at Ominent?
Yes, sir. We're still working on that formula. I know it's been months, but the Embiggen process is far more complicated and dangerous than we predicted.
Too bad for you, little ones. Prepare the specimens for termination.
This isn't what I signed up for.
And it was finally time to travel further into the yard, which is where I found myself in an exposed pipe that had marble in it, some quartzite as well, and even deeper inside I found a Minotaur mace key that would soon find use for as well.
And now my journey up there can start. It's not going to be fun because there's beasts. And if there's one thing the beasts are not, it's nice. They're angry, they're mean. I'll take that. And now you go there. Don't blow me up.
I then walked up the shovel, heading up to the bench to see what I could find up there. I found a crow feather, which can be used for crafting, black worker ends who's stronger than the red ones, as well as some really rude bees, and as flying insects are the hardest to deal with, this would be interesting.
Ow, it fucking hurts. Fuck off. Stop with your pollen allergy. Okay. Am I gonna die to bees now? Hello? There's like 10,000 bees. You just gotta smack them all. It's the only thing to do. Jesus. Why is an entire family of bees attacking me? That was a family. That was a whole family. A whole bloodline just attacked me at the same time. Time to go learn some things. That gives me stuffed bee and a whole lot of XP, bee mount, black ant shovel. Nice, a better shovel. I like better items. Oh. I didn't even parry it. Unfucking lucky. No, get the fuck back here. I'm not fighting you flying beasts. Impossible to fight you. You're just flying in the air. Do I look like I have wings? It's not fear. Hey, cool items. Hey, let me in. Let me in. Hey, we got some sturdy marble shards. And I'm stuck. Oh, I'm silly. Oh, does it work just like that? No, it does not.
And sadly, I forgot to bring silk rope, so we had to go all the way back home and grab it to continue our journey. But after once getting it, I slowly headed back towards the bench. But once we did, we were finally able to head towards the sandbox and continue on exploring. Which is where I ran into our next enemy, the ant lion, which is a really important insect for both armor pieces and better weapons as well. So I dealt with a few of them that I managed to find around the sandbox. I even found a few giant ones that were also managed to be dealt with, slowly but surely making it through the fights. And when they die, they open up a little cave that can spawn elemental damages, marbles, quartz, and other things as well.
That's not fun stuff. That's not fun at all, actually. Bruh. Come over here. Bruh. Yeah, you're done. And we got some pre-marble that I can't even farm. Man.
I then found an entrance that looked like it would lead into a bigger cave, and it sure did. It led me into the black ant cave, which is where the next super chip was. So we had to go explore and find out what was hidden within.
That's the armor right there, which I'll need. That's the weapon right there. Now, what do I need to craft it then? For the weapon, we need 7 pincers. So we need 2 more pincers. Why are you so hard to parry? Hate you. Ah, no stamina. Guys, stop. It's not that deep. Guys, go away. I'm out of stamina. Ow, where? I'll be out where? I'm not fighting you. I refuse to fight you. You have so much health for no reason. Go away. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Get me in there. Right? No, we're trolling, right? Y'all aren't staying in here, are you? Actually, that could work. That could work in my favor. Unlikely, but... hey, we'll see. Nah, they're just hard aggro on me. Hi, me and you, buddy. Mr. Assistant Manager. Get back here. Give me my stamina back. Ow. No stamina for me. Ow. 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 That hurts. Ow. Stop. You're hurting me. Okay. Slammed.
And after beating the boss that was within the cave, I headed back out and I was in the back of the yard behind the sandbox, literally where the garbage was. I then grabbed a bunch of planks and walked back up the bench, as the plan was to build a zip line from the bench to my house to save the trip in the future. All I had to do now was to build a zip line from my base, get enough string to connect it so we could then start using it. I then met up with Burgle and beat him in the head like usual and gave him the super chip to get him memory that I guess I'm exploring away from him by beating him. And since I took down the assisting manager earlier, I now had access to opening this room, which gave me the zipper, meaning I can now zipline both up and down the zipline. And with my new zipline being made, I had to try it and enjoy not needing to run to this area anymore. And while we were here, I dealt with a few more ant lions as we needed them to make our new weapon.
Oh, 1 antlion greatsword, 1 shovel. And you, big boy, are right there. Feels good.
And it's now time for yet another cutscene. I do believe this is the last one though.
Strapped in sync with scabbies for whatever they might run into down there. You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I found myself yet again exploring the area, just that this time I found a new part of the yard that I hadn't been in before, known as the upper yard. My main reason for being here was to go to the charcoal lane, at least that's what I call it, filled with super hot coal that can burn me and kill me, but it is a very important ingredient to make an oven, so we had to go get it. I also found a black ox beetle, which is a super important insect to make really good foods, as well as making the best hammer in the game to farm the best quartz and whatnot.
I forgot to see what hurts him. Fuck it, we'll just beat him with this. Yeah, give me that butt. That's where you hurt the most. No, turn around. Hey, chill, buddy. Alright, well, you either gotta fight me or stand still. Well, you only get one. Gave me one horn, 4 parts, and tough gunk. Nice. Oh, that's tough gunk right there.
And I was lucky enough to find one more not too far down the hill as well. I then met a zipline in the upper yard that went all the way home so I could get to this area easier as well.
That'll give me Charcoal Canteen, Evershard Tour, and Bernie Rounds, and a whole lot of XP. This will give me Black Ox Armor. Cool. And this will give me Black Ox Hammer. Perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. And that's all we can learn here. Learn some mites, which will give me a fluffy poopa hat, and tough gunk, which will give me termite axe. There we go. But I can't make those things yet, can I? Because I can't upgrade further than the... No, I can actually. I can actually make my armor slightly stronger right now. Increased healing. No, I'd rather get just defense. Just make it level 7, I guess. 50% stronger. Now my armor is level 7. Do I have enough to upgrade this yet? No, we're just so broke on the brittle thing. We have a lot to do, starting with getting tier 3 tools and doing some stuff over there. I won't spoil it though, because it's very fun and very exciting. And
next thing I did was to go farm a lot of clay, as I wanted to build my house up a little more. And while I farm a bunch of clay, make sure to check that if you are subscribed down below. I also headed back into the hedge so I could farm all the spider nest and spiderlings that was up there, as they are really good for making strings for the zipline. And once I made it back home, I built up the platform even more, meaning we were close to being done with the layout, but there was still a lot of building to go. I then started making string and all of the spinning wheels from the spiders that we'd killed earlier, as well as finally making an oven, meaning I can upgrade my weapons and armor and make them really, really good.
Tier 3, we needed termites. That's what we're doing. We're killing termites, and then once we kill termites, we can make the axe, and then once we make the axe, we can go home and make it, and then come back and kill pupa leather to make tier 3 tools. Can I farm this? Oh, I can. Perfect. Soon, there's nothing we can't farm.
I then found myself back in the upper yard so we could take down a few termites and finally make a level 3 axe. I stuck around for a while, making sure I got enough resources to craft everything that I needed. And it was now time to head back home and start making the new tool.
Yeet! I need all this. Alright, let's work our way out. Where am I? Well, I forget the map in this game is not a map at all. Okay, we got the glub glub. Let's make one mint mace, and we can now make one termite axe, which means we can take this axe and fucking yeet that bitch, because we'll never use it again. And we can probably upgrade this a little bit. Only level 4, but it is okay.
We now had the termite axe, which is really good, and the mine club, which is probably one of the best weapons in the game. But we still had a few more weapons that we wanted, but which we would need to go find in the world instead of crafting. And I then went back to the upper yard and farmed lupa so we could make the best hammer as well. I also tested my new club against the ladybird, which is the same as a ladybug, just stronger, I think. And at last, we finally had the Black Ox Hammer, meaning we could farm all the resources around the map that require an axe or a hammer. And in the upper yard, there's a charcoal bag that has a hidden weapon within it. So I headed inside with the salty mace as it is the best weapon against the burning larvas. So we headed inside to try and get the flaming katana.
It's important we don't let them break the thing though, so we gotta be in their face at all times. I am 1 HP. Wow. So far, so good. So far, we're doing great. I'm sizzling like crazy, though. This weapon is making this very doable, if not easy. I don't remember if it gets silly in the end or not. But having a mint mace, which is basically just a smasher. No, stop double hitting me. What y'all want? Go away. Get off my sword. Hey, look at that. We have mastered it. I don't get it though, right? Yeah, I only get the blueprint for it. I forgot about that.
And with the blueprint for the flaming katana, I moved on, which is where I found my first roly-poly, which are big and dangerous and can heal, but it is also the strongest to make armor out of. But there's a lot of different armors that work for specific bosses and other things that's in this game. I then crafted a spicy katana and tried it out to see how it swung, and I think it looks really cool, and let me know in the comment section what you think. Next thing I wanted to do was to get goo from the fireflies, as I needed it to make a lantern helmet so I could go into some caves looking for marbles and quartz. And once I got home, I crafted the helmet, meaning we could now explore caves and actually see something. I now find myself back in the upper yard outside of a ladybird larva cave. As I knew this cave had quite a bit of quartz and marbles within it, all we had to do was to deal with all the enemies within.
Stop fucking... Yeah, walk away. You're scared of me. I knew you were. Stop running away. There's actually so fucking many and I'm dying. So I'm bad. But this is why we're here. Yeah, run away. I'm just not gaining stamina or what? I'm actually burning up in-game. When they're low health, they try to run away from you as well. For all of it. Like, we already have so much. We only have 3 Supreme, though. There's nowhere to go, buddy. I'm sorry. You're trapped on here with me, even though you're better than me. Need to go make more meds when we get home. There we go. When I get home, we will be what they call strong. All of this into funny items. Like that. And then what we're going to do is upgrade this straight to level 5. Level 5. Now they're both level 5. I want this too, though. Get this to level 5.
And with everything now being upgraded to level 5, I made a glue masher so I could use glue to repair items. The higher the level we had on something, we need to use glue to repair it. And I yet again found myself in the upper yard, but this time I was even higher up on something that looked like a patio, and then made me walk up the bat, take down a bunch of black soldier ants, and jump across to the other side.
I want this. Anything in the... What the hell? No loot in this... In the, I forget what that's called. The thing. Why is there toenails here? Anyone want some toenails? Anyone interested in toenails? Hey, sour candy. Not what I meant to say. I swear I'm going the wrong way. For where I'm going right now. Because I'm trying to... There's lint down there I kind of need. Damn, I shouldn't have gone up here. There's things down here I want. Just gotta stay wary of the demons that live down here. There we go. Some lint rope. We'll farm this too. Oh my god. Y'all remember earlier today when we were fighting these boys? How hard it was? It wasn't that. Oh, I'm full inventory before we even get to where we're supposed to go. That is bad. Can I kill the other scary thing down here? No, I'm not mentally ready for it yet. Deadass. I don't care if I can. I'm not mentally ready. I literally can't carry anything. We are doing nothing but running straight fucking through. Just gotta clear this path of funny boys because they will hurt me in here. Yeah, no, I'm good. This right here, not good for business. Not good for business. Scary. Probably the hardest boss in... No, not the hardest boss in the game. Hardest, just lurking in the shadow boss in the game. And this game thought it'd be a cool idea to put me in the path of him. Because I have to run through here. Go away from me. Just keep running, 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 just keep running. Hello, Black Widow babies. Okay, what are you weak to, little fuck? Spicy. Okay, I got spicy for you. Where'd you go? Huh?
And after heading through this building, we eventually met the next boss, which we'll have to deal with now.
Well, this gives me a little bit of attack stamina. I guess we'll eat it. And there's no time like right now. Ow. Now, because I spent time making weapons, this boss won't be hard, I guess. I just realized how badly I'm smacking the fuck out of him. Ow, don't punch me in the head. Am I bad or something? Like that ass? Okay, I got it. You can die now. Beat his ass. Literally. Beat his ass. For such good conversations. What the hell is that? Grilled science. Okay. Damage resistance and max health. I need all of this though. Mac and bees. No, I need all of it.
And with that mutated monster that lived down here being dealt with, it was time to continue on with my journey. And after talking to Wendell, we learned that he was going to help us grow back to normal size. But we still had plenty of steps before we dealt with that. So for now, we headed out of this specific building and moved on, which is where the game sent me to this area with a lot of cables. And at the top of the table was the brewing machine, which I guess must be important. Now we needed a lot of items to do this mission, and we would also not be doing it until quite a bit later, as it's considered end game, so we'll be back then.
One humble bomb. And a little humble science. Now we need all of this. And we have none of it.
And once I made it home, I built a railing going up my staircase so it could look a little better. I also made a roly-poly helmet, and I wanted to make the whole armor set, but we were missing pupa leather, so we'd have to go get more. So it was time to go back to the upper yard looking for pupa and other resources as well. Starting with this ladybird right here, as well as all the pupa that's in the ceiling here as well.
Alright, we got 14. And I hear another ladybird. What horror movie was that? You just jumped out of terrain. You're literally hacking. Don't think I didn't see that. There you go. Now we can craft roly-poly-moly chest plates. There we go. Now we have full roly-poly-moly. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. And now we need supreme plating, which I still don't know where to get. I still don't remember where or how.
And we finally had full roly-poly armor. All we needed now was to upgrade it even further, but I still wasn't sure how to do it, so would have to wait until I found out how. And next thing I wanted to do was to go back to the sandbox and deal with the big ant lions that would give you some good loot that we dealt with earlier. And after taking care of the first one, we found supreme quartz, which is the best thing we could ask for down here. And once dealt with the second one, we found a cave that had some supreme marble, which is also really good. And then after beating the third one, we found a cave with endless salt, which we might need at some point as well. We also found a little building out in the sandbox, which is showing clues that there's a specific time the shovel in the sandbox will guide you towards some loot. So we had plans of coming back here soon and discover the truths of this, and I am sure glad that we eventually did. And while I head back home to get some rest, don't forget to subscribe down below and like the video if you are enjoying it too. And we were back in the sandbox waiting for the sun to strike in the sand so we could find the key within it. And with the key finally being gathered, all we had to do was to find the chest and get the items that it contains. And after locating it behind the sand castle, we found the waterlogged recipe, which is used for a weapon we will certainly be using, which is the Salt Morning Star, a really good salty weapon that we will be using against quite a few bosses in the near future. It was now time to head to a different part of the yard that we hadn't been in before, and our main reason for being here was to get another weapon that I wanted. I also found a car here that wasn't drivable, but it did have some sour elements and quartz in the back, which I would gladly take. And getting to this building isn't the easiest task. So we had to build a bridge to get there, and I couldn't do that either until I dealt with the tiger mosquitoes that's here.
Hey, W Bridge. Oh, there's angry people here. Also, who built the staircase? It's way too tall. Or I'm way too short. Okay, you just flew onto my head. Anything fun in here, or just some science? Loki, a very annoying staircase to climb. This doesn't look scary at all. My fucking ankles. Oh no, I know where I am. I know where I am. Hey, what's that? Supreme? Ooh, it is Supreme. That's nice. Orc receiver, orc receiver, orc receiver. Can be scavenged for parts. Okay, so I can build something with them, I assume. Let's head on inside. Luckily, I have meds because I do know where I am. The second I fell down, I realized, what the hell were they doing down here? Like a prison for ants? Like an ant prison? I will beat the fuck out of you, buddy. What's your weakness? Oh, you're just actually... I don't have anything against your weakness. Okay, that hurts. I don't have anything for his weakness, so... I guess we just beat ass. Oh, I actually stunned him. Oh, don't do that when I'm punching you. Okay, you're just gonna shoot me in the face all day? I feel nothing, he says. What are you guys weak to? Spicy and... Well, spicy it is. Oh, I'm also using the wrong thing. I'm not using my fighting thing at all. I assume they go away. I felt it. No, stop. Stop with the explosives. It hurts. Oh, no. And he turned on the lasers again. Get the lasers away from me now. Brother. So much is happening here. You just die now. No, I'm not. I don't care. I'm fighting you now. We're leaving the lasers on? Really? Did I get it? Yes. Ah, I need green shield bugs for it. Okay. So are we turning the lasers off? Yeah, I was about to say, like, I didn't even get anything for harvesting them. How sad. Okay, well, he is dealt with. Director Spectre. But we can't make it until we kill the green guys. There has to be another exit.
And after leaving this place, we finally had the Sour Axe, which is by far one of the best, if not the best weapon in the game. But we needed to kill some insects to craft it, so we'd go find them out in the yard over the next few days. I found a black ox beetle, and not far from it, I found the green shield bug, which is perfect. But sadly, we were missing one piece to make the actual axe, so we'd have to go find it elsewhere and then make it. Or instead, we could go to the super duper and duplicate it so we could make the weapon right now. I then crafted up 2 sour globs and 2 salt globs to make my 2 new weapons. It was time to get some more basic resources as we still had work to do with our home as well. So farming sap, rocks, and acorns. And then I found myself deep in the upper yard again, which is where we ran into the wasps. My worst literal nightmare. And all we had to do was to try and deal with these awful beings. And before the day ended, I had to analyze a few new items. You will give me funny weapon, which I believe is pretty good. Tiger mosquito will give me mosquito rapier weapon. Stabber. This will give me fire ant helmet, fire ant sword, fire ant club, more weapons, wasp breastplate, chest armor, wasp repair glue, blah blah blah, and wasp leg, feet, and wasp stuff. Hello there, my friendly neighborhood Spider-Mans. Just sleep, don't wake up. The next day, I headed back up to the upper yard, as we still had a lot of things there that needed to get done. Started with taking down a ladybird, I gathered some pine cone, and dealt with every ox beetle we could find for resources. And we also found another supreme marble, as well as a few ticks, which was a new insect we hadn't seen yet. I also found another wasp nest, which was very important to take down and break, as if you break every one of them, you can spawn the wasp boss, which we plan on beating later. And as you can see, it says the wasp nest has been disturbed, meaning we were well on our way. And not far from here, I found yet another nest, so we took care of that too, as well as finding a few rusty screws, which can be used for making some really good weapons. Any chocolates? No. Let's learn pinecone, which gives me large storage chests. Oh, there you go. We finally got the stem pallet. That's nice. And rust will give me nothing. Wasp thing will give me wasp paper lamp and paper thingy. Okay, well, we are full inventory and we have everything we wanted to get and then some. And after learning new items, I headed home and put everything away. We still had more things we needed to do in this part of the yard, but it would have to wait. And it was now time to finally go to bed. And as predicted, the wasps were finally ready to show me their real nest. Basically what this means is that as I broke all of their nests, I can now finally deal with the wasp boss. But that's something that'll have to wait. When we are ready to, we will do it though, which is obviously great. I did find something else that was really great though, which is the fire ant cave, which is one of the other caves that'll spawn quite a bit of quartz and marbles.
Ah, ain't it a beautiful sign? Ain't it beautiful? Now that will get me into their hole, and I assume this will too, because I am going down. Oh. This takes me deeper. Well, then this is where we go. I already found the ones I wanted to find. Yeah, there's more. Perfect. Die. So many marbles. We can definitely get our armor to level 10. But the issue is we need other pieces of armor for boss fights. Like some boss fights. I swear we're supposed to use like different armors.
And once I was out, I found a massive mushroom forest, so I chopped down as many as I could as we'll need it for something in the future. I then headed home and started making mushroom slurry as we'll need that too to turn mushroom into blocks. And after dealing with this bombardier as easy as ever, we headed back into the hedge. Activated the zipline here to get me to a new area and built a staircase up to the bird bath, meaning we could zipline in and out of the hedge with ease in the future. And with the staircase being finished, I just needed to build the zipline and we were ready. I then ziplined back home with my new line and started adding more floors to my house. And back to the hedge I went, and this time we were here looking for the Blood Mother recipe though, so we could start doing the first boss fight. Oh, we're so gonna fall though, no?
There you go.
Told me science could be this exciting.
Blood Mother BLT. Where in the yard am I? Like, where am I right now? I'm at the bottom. Got you. Well, we might as well go back to the bird bath then and just zipline home from there. We should really just get some of these. Like, why do I not have these on me at all time? I jump off anything high I can find. If it's high, I will jump off it 10 out of 10 times. All right, there we go. We can make one right now. We'll make 3 of them.
And with the cake being all finished, I yet again headed back into the hedge, but this time with the plans of doing our first boss fight.
I'm going to assume the Cortana is where the money's at here. But we'll see. We'll just scan it.
Let's see what's around here.
We'll peep it in this big, funny, scary looking hole.
I see you.
Slashing and spicy. Okay, well then,
Your hamburger.
Cortana it is.
Hope you choke on it.
Oh yeah, we're so strong. Yeah, we're so strong for it. Or like too strong even. I need to learn its patterns because it has the same patterns as the infected. So I need to remember the patterns because we're going to fight this again. I just realized I do not have on my stats. These goddamn spiders are biting me in the... It has the same patterns as the infected one. I'm just trying to lock in and learn the patterns. I just want to remember patterns. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I stunned it. Might as well beat his ass then. Why are you not dead? Die.
And this might have looked really easy, but I was pretty well advanced for this boss. And don't worry, I will be fighting some really hard ones in the near future. And if you are enjoying yourself so far, you might as well check if you are subscribed down below, right? And with this boss being dealt with, I headed back home on my zipline and added some decoration to my house, such as chairs and lamps around to make it look more cozy. And I was now back up to the upper yard as we were looking for more recipes for bosses. But we were also at the log to find Thor's pendant, being one of the best pendants in the game.
Hey, look at that. Found it all by myself. No help by chat ever. Chat never helps. I'm joking, thank you. A shining helm emblem from the Minotaurs. Can we find whoever named it the fallen log and have a conversation with them?
And I then headed towards my next destination, which was this pipe right here, which might look like nothing, but it has the mantis cake, which is the next boss that we plan on dealing with. And we then headed on out and moved our way home, but not without a little bit of fighting. Before going to bed, I crafted even more sap catchers as I seem to keep running out all the time, and played some basketball on my balcony, which I clearly wasn't very good at. I headed back up to the upper yard, but this time we had plans of going under the house again, as there's something there that we really needed. Inside of this pipe right here, you can find these insects called the scarabs, which is used for upgrading armor and weapons to max level, so they're clearly important. And luckily, after taking them all down, we left the area with a total of 18 parts, which is really good. I also decided to face my fears and deal with the Black Widow down here. The mosquito is not helping. I just don't understand what you're hitting. Look at him just killing his own kids. Just killing his own kids. What's wrong with you? You just kill your kids like that. I just saved you from an abusive parent and you hit me with tack. Hey, we killed a Black Widow. Did not go well. It wasn't a calculated push. It was more, I just wanted to die. And after beating it, or rather getting beat by it and somehow making it out alive, I left in a hurry. If that's not something that deserves a like in a comment down below, then I really don't know what is. And on my way home, we found another roaming scarab as well, meaning we were now at a total of 20 twinkling shells. And the next area I wanted to explore was the termite cave, which will also have a little mini boss, and they aren't easy to deal with, but we still headed on inside.
Cow down, hungry termite.
Just me and 1,000 termites living our best life. There's too many to parry. Apparently, I hit 0 of them. Explain. There's actually 10,000 of them. Where's the gasoline when you need it? I swear they're still spawning. Fight in packs and do not retreat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that I did notice. Yeah. Because usually they retreat when they're low health. These guys, not doing that. Not really shit I can do here parry-wise, so might as well just beat ass. Try to kill some of them while he's napping. Ow. Ow. Okay, Termite King dead. So guys, when there's this many, how do you guys fight them? Because I swear you can't parry and dodge it because they don't hit at the same time. Termites or ants or larvas, whatever it is you're fighting in caves. How do you guys fight them? And after questioning everything within the world, I headed on out of the cave with the king being down and moved on with my day. I also decided to finally make some changes to my house by adding some walls and windows around to make it look a little better. And when it all came together, it started looking really good, but we still had a few steps to go through. Perfect. Nice little sitting area. Obviously need a lamp. Can't sit here in the dark. No, you know what? That looks nice. We can fit something else under there. Maybe we can put the smithing template under there, for example. Like that. Like out of sight, right? There you go. Build one bed right there. Means we can break this like that. Maybe even get a little lamp on top of it or something. Maybe even a Broodmother chandelier. Nope, I can't use that. I will need it for the lamp right there. Oh, we can leave him over in this corner, to be honest. Just stick him in the wall right there. We'll have 2 ovens then.
And we now had the mantis cake ready, as well as our house looking a lot better than it did previously. So there's no better time than right now to go deal with the mantis. So that's exactly what we did.
Eat. What are you weak to? Where do you spawn? What are you weak to? Where are you? What? There you are. What? Just like that? I can't even see it. Salty? That's this. No, back up. Didn't parry. Go to sleep. Stay asleep. Oh, he's waking up. Go back to sleep, please. I should have stayed punching him. You gonna punch the ground again? No. There he comes. There he comes. There's the painful one. And then he has one more. That one. My game just full froze. My game just full froze when he did that. Why are you screaming at me? I don't have stamina. I don't have stamina to move. I didn't parry that? Huh? Oh, he's doing the punching thing. You are very angry, Mantis. Oh, punching, punching. I almost died. And you said we were gonna die. 99% chance on death, huh? 99% death, huh? Only one dying here is him.
And with the mantis finally being dealt with, I headed back home with yet another victory. And the next day, I headed towards the wasp nest, looking for clues on how to make the cake and what else we could find within. I found some gum, a black widow, rusty screws, a few wasps, and an amazing looking boss arena. We'd be back here as soon as we could. And before the day ended, I also headed back under the shed, looking for more scarabs to upgrade my weapons as well. I wanted to keep expanding and building out the house, so the first thing I did was to gather a bunch of stems, as well as a bunch of grass, and of course all the clay we could possibly find. And before you knew it, our entire platform was filled in. All we had to do now was to place and build some cool things around. I then went out exploring, simply looking for things I hadn't found and gathered around the yard, which is where I ran into yet another black widow. Oh, should probably put that on. What the fuck? How the hell do I parry that? What the fuck, dude? How am I supposed to parry all that in a real world? And it was then finally time to make the cake for the wasp, so we could head over and deal with that boss really soon as well. I also dealt with some fireflies as I needed the pendant they dropped to fight one of the upcoming bosses. It would help a lot at least. I went back down to the pond where we were ages ago so I could gather all the mussel sprouts that had respawned, as you could make for better smoothies than what I was able to make right now. I then crafted a bunch of fuzz on the rocks, which gives more max health as well as healing, and with my new smoothies ready, I headed over to the wasp nest, ready to take down the second to last boss.
Having a little peek.
Trying to peep you. Fucking stand still.
I've been poisoned.
Salty is Morningstar, ain't it? Pretty sure I'm supposed to use Morning Star here. There's the minions. Moment of truth. Did I bring the right arrows? I did. Perfect. I just drank on accident too. Is that all you're gonna do now? Really? Come here, buddy. Stop that. Oh, he got up right away. I was dying more to my own gas there than I was anything else. The gas that I threw was doing more damage to me than anything right there. No, I missed. There you go. Why don't you just die right now? And you're dead. That means the only thing left on the list is the big scary. But we need the fireflies to give me the thing. And with all the bosses being beaten, besides the absolute hardest one of them all, we got ready to deal with that as well. Which is where I found myself back in the wastelands, but more specifically on top of the gas, to stop it from poisoning the lanes. Meaning that gas masks were no longer required, but it also meant that scarier modified monsters will appear all over the yard now. So I guess it's a benefit and a very big non-benefit. I also had to deal with the Blood Mother again, as I needed its parts to make the cake to deal with the last boss. Next up was to kill the Mantis again as well, as to do the last boss fight you needed multiple parts from every boss to make the cake. We were experienced with the boss's attacks now, so we would do this flawlessly. Meaning we obviously had to head back for the Wasp Queen as well. And with all of them being dealt with, we had all the parts to deal with the last boss. And we also finally got the Giddy Goo, which is the pendant we were looking for from the fireflies. Meaning our boss build was almost ready. So we had the boss sauce being the best food in the game, roly-poly armor mixed with thermite armor to slow the enemy, as well as Giddy Goop to slow it down even further. A shield and a weapon made out of toenails to give poison, meaning we had the best build for the hardest boss in the game. All we had to do now was to actually beat it. So we headed on into the wasteland to beat the 3-face boss, meaning it's super hard. Genuinely, it is really difficult to beat, and we had to beat it 3 times, where every time you beat it, it progressively gets harder each time. So I guess just wish me luck in the comment section down below, and if I beat it, you better subscribe and like the video. Like, I'd rather suffer the gas than anything. I hate you. I was looking at chat. But yes, something like that. So tired. I'm like not locked in right now. I'm not locked in. Now I'm just not. At this point, now we're not locked in. Like, there's nothing he should do in this phase that should hit me. Away. Swear the grenade still hit me. Okay, we just gassed up that area too. Okay, so are we gonna fight or are you just gonna be a little bitch? Thank you. No.
I'm not picky.
Why do I have a Cortana in my hand? How did that happen? Literally not on the hot bar. No, I don't care. You're dying. He just full healed. He's full health. He just fully healed. Just like that. Spawn. We're gonna stand in this corner together all day. No. Break your egg. No babies for you.
You poisoned me.
Bruh, I was just about to break it.
Future Rody here. Do you remember when I said it had 3 faces? Yeah, that's not entirely true because it has 4 faces.
Fight me, bitch. So scared. Okay, time to die again. Ha 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 ha. So angry. It's a very angry man. Oh, wow.
I'm not picky.
Could maybe slow there. Damn, he didn't parry that one. That's an unfortunate one to miss. Bruh, stop jumping on my head. Oh, we were looking good. Now we're not. Okay. Thick gameplay. Now let's do that freak shit. We were looking good for a second, and then he starts coming in my face. And then we're no longer looking good. Yeah, now we're back here. Now we're cooked again. GG. I need damage in. I need to get my damage in so I get my thing. I'm not getting my damage in. Yeah, that was my chance. I didn't get my damage in there. Because I didn't get my damage in there, we lost. Yeah, there you go. Jesus Christ. My health bar is cooked. Bruh. That health bar was so cursed. It's the most cooked health bar in the world. And with the final world boss of Grounded being beat, I headed on out of there. And I'm not sure if you can tell by my energy, but it wasn't a boss we managed to beat on our first attempt. I won't tell you how many attempts it did take, but it might have been at least 2. But like we said earlier, if I beat it, you have to like, comment, and subscribe down below, so you better get down there and get to work. And with all the world bosses being dealt with, all we had to do now was to become normal size again. But it's never that easy, is it? First step was to brew the embiggening cocktail at the top here, and then click the button to make the actual cocktail. But per usual, there's always an issue, and this time the issue was that we didn't have enough power. So we had to go solve that issue. There's 3 different batteries that must be defended in a tower boss styled phase. Meaning first step is surround them all with mushroom walls to give me time to defend them all, as well as building some defensive walls on the entrance points to the batteries to stall the insects as much as possible. And last but not least, repair all the batteries, and it was then time to deal with the insects. Anything from fire ants to tiger mosquitoes to ox beetles and ladybirds as well. But our weapons was at this point overly powered, and to be fair, I did just beat a literal demon from hell, so these guys are holding me back nothing whatsoever. We then gathered the cocktail and headed back to where it all started. Installed a new beginning cell into the spacer. We need to talk? What if I don't want to talk to you? What if I just click the button and say, fuck you, bitch? What then? Huh? What then? Yeah, stop yapping. And that concludes my journey of being as tiny as an insect in someone's backyard, fighting literal demons living under the shed. I'm never going out in my backyard again because I am hereby terrified. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as you enjoy my other ones, and let me know in the comment section down below what game you would like me to survive on 100 days on in the future. I am open to suggestions, as all I want to do is make some really cool 100 days videos for your guys' entertainment. But without further ado, if you haven't already, check if you are subscribed down below, and I will see you guys whenever I finish recording another one.